Later, especially when you're applying for a new job. Joining us now with some of the important reminders before you post is John McCauley. He's digital media manager with Moxley Carmichael. Appreciate you coming in talking about this. So obviously you've been hearing about what's going on here and all the talk on news radio and everything that's going on. So prevention. What's the best way to prevent something like this from happening?
Put that phone down when you're not doing something smart.
Right?
That's number
don't
one.
Post it.
Yeah, I mean, with the automation behind these social media platforms anymore, you've got Instagram will automatically post to Facebook and Twitter. You've got all these Hootsuites and buffers that'll just post anywhere without you really knowing about what's going on. If you're not careful, it just goes right out there. So, the likelihood you can get a post online pretty quick is something you don't want there. Very simple. So, prevention tip number one is don't put yourself in position in the first place. But looking at the situation Laramie Tunsil's in, it's he's talking about getting hacked. There's also some things you can do there. Better passwords. If your password still has a 1 2 3 4 or an address or something like that, name of a pet, family member, things like that, probably time to boost up that password. Letters and numbers, even passphrases, long sentences are better than just a regular passphrase anymore.
I've heard that. Just a sentence. Come up with, I don't want to change my password.
Oh.
That's a password.
Exactly.
Wait, now that's going to be mine.
Don't use that.
Don't use that at all. What do you do if you find yourself in this situation, though? If you have been hacked, where do you kind of start over, so to speak?
If you have been hacked, change that password immediately. Go out there, delete anything you didn't want on there. But understand also you're going to have to get out in front, walk it back, because people are looking at you these days, and there's so much software now that just takes screen grabs of your social media and collects that information. There's no way that you can hide it anymore. So
it's once it's out there, it's out there.
It is out there.
And so speaking on that, how does that affect trying to get a job later in life?
Well, we know 35% of employers say that they won't hire somebody they can't find online, so that we know that they're out there trying to look at your social media profiles. So, if you're doing something stupid online, obviously they're going to get out there and they're going to look at your social media and say, hey, this is not a good person. This is not a person we want. And then your qualifications won't matter. They're going to make a cover judgment on that without looking into the rest of your information.
So often I think people assume what they see on social media might be the real you, so they might feel like you're trying to cover that up with a great resume, but if they find something on social media, you're doomed.
Sure. And that's often the truth, too. What you're doing on social media typically is the best and the closest, the most fun you're going to have. So, especially if you're a young person coming out of college, you don't want to have anything nasty on your social media right now.
Real quickly, what do you ask yourself before you post? What questions should we all be asking ourselves?
Ask yourself if your network's going to appreciate what you're posting. Ask yourself if would love it. That's always a good bench test. And then if you look at it and you get a little red in the face, probably good to go ahead and let it go.
The blush test.
Yes, the blush test.
All right, thank you so much.
Funny. All right, John, thank you very much for coming in and talking about
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, still to come, new information coming out on the death investigation into pop superstar Prince.